When Robert Downey Jr. was announced that he was coming back to the MCU to play Doctor Doom, it was met at San Diego Comic-Con with thunderous applause. But not too many people out there was really excited about it. It was starting to meet with some backlash saying, is this the best they got? Like they got to go back to the beginning because they don't know how to create stories moving forward. Like this is what they're doing. Are they going to bring the entire cast back because that's the only thing that's worked for them recently? Well, if you think that's something, wait till you see what Marvel paid to bring Robert Downey Jr. back to the MCU. It is wild. And before we get into that, do me a massive favor and please hit that subscribe button. Man, we're doing great over here. We're so close to 100K. It's a free thing that you could do that helps out the channel, and I really, really appreciate it. Now let's get into it. The Russo brothers will reportedly be paid $80 million to direct Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. But Robert Downey Jr. will be paid significantly more than $80 million to tackle the role of Doctor Doom. So good on you, Robert Downey Jr., but what exactly happened for you to get that mega payday where you're getting paid more than the directors? What did the MCU have to throw at you besides money to make that happen? Well, Variety here breaks it down. Look at that. Behind Robert Downey Jr.'s and the Russo brothers' mega Avengers payday. Variety previously reported in a cover story on the studio's woes that Marvel was considering pivoting from the Kang Dynasty to Doctor Doom. As Majors, he was fired from the MCU. He was going to be the main villain. He was going to be the guy in the next few Avengers films, going to be the Kang Dynasty and all that, but he was fired and they didn't know what to do. And Marvel is definitely still in a downgrade position, even though the success of Deadpool and Wolverine. Everybody knows that's like a one and done film. People aren't really interested in the Disney Plus shows. And, they felt like they had to do something to get people talking again about the MCU. So what does Kevin Feige do? Well, we got to bring back Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, we got to go back because that's the only thing that was successful. So how do we get Robert Downey Jr. back? We'll put him in anything, any role. We just got to have him back. Sources say that Downey, who is repped by WME, agreed to return to the MCU if the Russos, who are CAA clients, would be directing. They were the only ones he would work with. So that's number one. You got to bring the Russos back. I don't care what you pay them. So now they got a chip here. The Russo brothers, they know. They're like, well, if they got to get us back if they want Robert Downey Jr., so they're going to pay us. We got the leverage here. But bringing back key members of the old gang won't come cheap. Sources say Marvel is plunking down $80 million for the Russo brothers to direct Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, and significantly more for Robert Downey Jr. to tackle the villain Doctor Doom. The Russos' deal doesn't include back-end compensation, but it does contain performance escalators that kick in at the $750 million and $1 billion threshold. So they're going to get paid a lot more if they're able to get to that $1 billion. Now, they've made billion-dollar Marvel films before, but in the state of Marvel as it is, or the MCU as it is now, you wonder if it'll reach those heights again. The brothers will also produce the two films under their AGBO banner. That marks something of a departure for Marvel. Oh, man. So they gave the Russo brothers anything they asked for. They're like, listen, we need Robert Downey Jr. back. He's our only hope. He's the only guy that's going to save us at this point. What do you want? Well, we want this. We want our own to film it under our banner. We want compensation. We want this, this money, this, everything. And we want to keep everything in-house, our team. We don't want Marvel sticking their fingers in what we're doing. Okay, here you go. After all, the brothers' two Avengers movies earned a whopping $4.8 billion combined. As Marvel looks to regain its footing, a Downey-Russo reteaming is a perfect combination of timing and everyone being on the same page. says one executive close to the project. Well, time will tell. Time will tell if people will be interested to going to see the film. It probably will do well just to see Robert Downey Jr., but will it go back to those billion-dollar days? You know, those $2 billion days? Again, we shall see. According to one knowledgeable source, Robert Downey Jr. is by far the highest paid member of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And he has pulled down between $500 and $6 million over the course of 4 Avengers movies, 3 Iron Mans, and cameos in the Incredible Hulk, Captain America Civil War. Man, I don't know if that was a cameo in Civil War. He was kind of like one of the stars. And Spider-Man Homecoming. Man, almost $600 million for MCU movies. That's pretty wild. No wonder he's like, yeah, you need me. I bring in the money. I bring it all. You guys need me. You know it. MCU's doing terrible. I'm bringing it back, but you gotta pay. First off, my thoughts are this is severe desperation on Kevin Feige and the MCU. The fact that they don't have any confidence moving forward with new actors and a new direction is telling. They don't have competent people putting stories together. And the sad reality is the stories are there. There are tons of comic books that you could tap into with amazing stories with different characters that we haven't seen yet. The fact that in that first phase or the first 3 phases, you took a chance on not so much known characters, right? Like Iron Man wasn't like a big known character to normies, if I'm using the right verbiage there, but you took a chance and it did well. You know, Spider-Man always did well. Batman and Superman, that's the DC universe. Those are like some of the more popular ones. We already had like a X-Men run with Fox. Wolverine was a massive star in those runs as well. But you took a chance on Guardians of the Galaxy, Iron Man, and they paid off. So the fact that you don't want to move forward with your writers and take a chance on new characters and new stories just shows that you're desperate to just get back to a cash grab or a money grab. But, what do you guys think? You might be like, no, Jay, this is perfect. This is perfect. Again, I say this a million times. They should have easily shut the book on the Avengers after Endgame for a while. Let the MCU breathe a bit. Come back with the whole Fantastic Four, 10 years worth of Fantastic Four. There's tons of stories there that you could tell that could lead into Secret Wars and stuff like that. And then after that, you can go right into X-Men. And there's a whole bunch of stories there. You could just go right into X-Men and there's your next phase, right? And do like 10 years of X-Men if that's what you want to do, just like what you did with the Avengers. They're right there. It's not that difficult, but, here we are. Anyway, that's my rant. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much for all the love that you've shown this channel recently. I truly appreciate it. This is Jay, and we'll catch you next time.